Hello and welcome to a beautiful day in Wicklow. I'm down at an absolutely lovely spot. Look at this. I've got plunge pools and a waterfall. Now I only have my wellies on today. This is going to be a short one. It's about 1 o'clock now. The sun goes down at 4:30, so I haven't got a whole lot of time. So what I've gone and done today, just for simplicity and bringing the absolute minimum with me, is I have 1/2-inch classifier and my E-swing pan for sampling, and I have the Gold Magic 4000. Now I know a few people have said they really don't like this system. It'll never work. It does work. I've got rounded rocks in here. This sits up on a stand. The gravel comes down, drops into here, and then drops out through this bucket, and then the water comes out at an angle. About 70% of the gold ends up in here. I do lose a little bit of gold, I accept that. The volume I can run is outstanding. See where you have this false bedrock here? This clay, this is acting as the false bedrock. So that little gully along there, great place to look for gold. That's one of the places we're going to be checking first. In terms of digging equipment then, I have my True Temper pitchfork. Again, I'm not sponsored by True Temper, but hey lads, True Temper, if you want to sponsor me, go for it. I'd be delighted. I buy everything from them. Honestly, everything I buy is from them. Solid stuff, will not break. So we're going to rotivate the ground somewhat. You can see where a lot of clay material comes out there. I don't necessarily want to dig into the clay, because if I dig into the clay, there's no gold. No gold in the clay. There's gold on the clay. All we're doing is just put the pitchfork in, lift slightly, loosen the soil, loosen the gravel, that's it. So we're gonna get gravel into that. And again, we're gonna take material from a wide area, but I wanna wait and leave this one to last, because I think this gully here is what's gonna contain the gold. So I'm liking that clay material. You'll also notice here we've got this marbling. When you have that marbling effect, it's very good. So because I put so much material in there, you can see where a lot of it isn't washed. Just put it under the water. Yeah, that's about as clean as you're gonna get. So if I do find good gold here today, the plan is I'm gonna come back with my waders a different day, maybe even a sluice box. But for the time being, we're just sampling the area. So you can see here where, look, all the light stuff is at the front, majority of heavy stuff at the back, including this nice little yellow rock. So we're just gonna wash everything down, just in case that yellow rock is gold. You notice today I have the E-swing pan with me instead of the Garrett Super Sluice. It's just for a change of scenery. I don't like one or more the other. I like the Garrett Super Sluice, but it is quite heavy. So just try and find a, you don't want to see the where the water is moving into it. You don't want the water moving into it. You want a nice calm section here. Yeah, that's probably a bit too rough to be panning in. There's not a whole lot of material in that. We'll have a quick look. If we do come across any gold in that, I have the Samsung camera with me today. We do find something resembling gold. There's some shiny. Hold on. Oh, I think we're in luck now. Yeah. I think we're on the shiny. It's hard to see in the light. Yep, we're on the gold. Happy days. 1 second, I'll just get the Samsung here. Let the light for a second. Yeah, okay, we'll leave it at that. So we know there's gold there. It is very small. Hopefully the camera picks it. So that's good. We found gold first section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see if I can get a sample from in here now. Let's see if I can get it from in there. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice little gully there. I like that. I'm just doing this repeatedly because I want to get a nice full sucker tube full of material. I'm going right in underneath the clay because that's where you're likely to find gold. Right, let me find somewhere. I know we said it was a bit wild area. Let's see if we can do this again. Let me go down away from the noise here. We'll just have a look, see where we're at. Now, nothing from there. Right, I'll tell you what I do. We worked there and there. Obviously that plunge pool is going to have gold in it, but I don't have waders, so I can't get too close to that today. So what I'm going to do is just do a bit more sampling, see where the gold is, and once I establish where the gold is, then we'll set up the Gold Magic 4000 and then we'll blast through it. I'm really looking forward to setting up that. I love the Gold Magic 4000. Don't care what other people think of it, I love it. So we're going to get that running once we find the gold. As I always say, test pan, test pan, test pan. And when you finish that, do some more test pan. Right, I'll see you in a minute and we can all go find more shiny. Okay, so while looking for gold and doing some test panning, I noticed something. See where you have the clay here, right? Right, so we got clay here, we got clay there. This monstrous boulder, using the pitchfork, loosened it. You don't pick up rocks like that. You actually don't pick it up. What you do is get under it and you roll it and you roll it. Anyway, I moved up the bank. But what I've learned is, because that boulder was sitting in the way, when I went in with the pitchfork, if you look, it's not going anywhere, right? And if I really, really dig into it and pick up the material, yeah, there's some gravel there, but look, that's clay. Crank this offside for a second. That stuff there is the same as that squidgy stuff. Now there may well be gold in this. This will be from a flood. It formed after a flood. But generally you're not going to find gold in this material, and it's so hard to break up. From my experience, it's just not worth the hassle, right? So what that tells me is, and all this gravel sitting here is where it's washed down, and this clay material is acting like a false bedrock. So what I'd be as well to do is to set up the wash plant and just plough all this gravel through it. That gully is lower down than there, so where we're sitting, I would almost guarantee that where we're sitting, that clay layer, if you look at the depth, now I don't want to go too deep because I only had the wellies on, but right, look, that's up to that notch on my welly there. If you look at the water here, or even there, we're just about at that level. So what I'm going to do now is, because I found a small bit of gold here and there's a limited amount of daylight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the wash plant roughly about here, and we're just going to run all of that material. Okay, so I have the Gold Magic 4000 set up here, and I have the little Samsung over there so you can get a different viewpoint on it. I've loosened up the gravel now with the pitchfork there, and it should be good to go. I put a load of rocks in the bucket so it doesn't fall over. Well, to prevent it from falling over, I'll call it that. Hopefully it doesn't. Thorns. The last branch I didn't slice. Oh well. Not much room here. Let me see if I can go a little bit further that way. That's not too bad. That's the only problem I have in a small river like this, is having room to move around. You can see there where with the clay there's a lot of gravel that didn't get washed properly. So what I'm going to do now is just going to run some water through it on its own. It's the first load. Hopefully after this it gets a little easier. If anyone hasn't seen this before, it's literally just a 3-gallon bucket with a 2-inch hole drilled into the side of it, and that's a 2-inch piece of PVC pipe with a connector. It turns into a bend, and then this one down here is 1.5 inch. This is difficult to get to it, very difficult, and I'm not even getting a full draw. Let me see if I can try and do it from this side. I'm conscious I might be blocking the camera, but that's not much cover either. I'll go over into this bank maybe. Try that. It's not great, but it's a little better. At least I'm getting full loads each time. There's a lot of gravel in there that's not getting washed properly. Not particularly liking that. So again, I'm just, oh great. Did I plan that? No, it happened. Okay, right, I'll tell you what, I'll get this reset. I'm gonna crack on with it. Right, I'm gonna find a better way of setting this up. So let's go find more shiny. Right, so I've moved the wash plant over. You'll probably see it better from the GoPro. It is much easier on me because it means I can just simply pick up gravel and shift to the left. Less talking, more digging. Let's get on with washing rocks. Oh, that's much easier. That also means I can get further back. Look at this. I can go way further back now. Perfect. I'm liking that. Into some nice dark material. Get dirt out. Yeah, that's getting very tough now. Getting into some iron there as well. We've a jam. Rock jam. I think, yeah. Tell you what, I'll take this out altogether. See if that works. Yeah, that's working. Oh, that's a lot easier to get through. Uh-oh. Oh, we got a jam in this one as well. Uh-oh. Okay. That's not good. I had put a few... Oh, lovely, splashed me in the face. The pale layer is actually a lot thicker than I thought. Look at this. Like, we're down, not particularly deep, but compared to here, like, it's doing particularly well. I'll get our position set right, get this machine dialed in, and we'll get back to lashing through the gravel. I'm liking the material there. What are we now? 2:15. So about an hour and 10 is when we need to clean out. Right, crack on with this and I'll see you soon. Let's go find more shiny. So what we're going to do is we're just going to work through the gravel here. It seems to be set up absolutely fine. It's just that we had a couple of big rocks in the way, and because it's 1.5 inch, it just got jammed at the bottom there. So we're just going to continue working this pale layer here. The darker the material, the better. It means we're into some iron. So let's just run as much as we can before the sun goes down. Yeah. Okay, rock jam. Okay, this is a better one. Oh, I broke the face off the circuit tube. Look at that. So unfortunately, I don't actually have a pry bar with me today. I'll certainly do what I can to get the rock out, and hopefully I can just get back to working more gravel. I'll run it to the ground a bit more, get some of those rocks out of place, and then what we'll do is we'll get back to the Gold Magic 4000. So what is it now? 2:30. So 4:30 is when the sun starts getting dark here, about 4:45. So by 3:30, 4:45 we'll be packing up. So I'm gonna crack on with this, get the circuit tube clear, and just run as much as I possibly can. Hopefully we find a big bucket of shiny. Right, see you later. When we go, find more shiny. Right, so the bucket has started filling up quite a lot. So I'm just going to pan it down just to see, is this catching gold? And then we're going to pan that one. I have a little Samsung set up now, so hopefully it gives you a different angle as well on things. Don't ask me why, but the 8 is working again. I went to swap out the memory card, put it in the old camera, and suddenly she came to life. So I'm hoping it's just the battery takes time to build up capacity. I'll look into it anyway. I'll take out the big rocks, wash off the rocks first. Right, let's try the rest of this. That's going to put a better way. I put the sling on it so I can carry it on my bag, or on me. I think what I might do is put a rope on it so I can carry it on the bag, and some way of like a clip system, because that's going to be wet now when I'm carrying it, which is not ideal, but it works. The whole point of this is basically the backpack in with it. You're basically using it as a sample mechanism. So let's see what's in this now. Again, we only got a small amount of gold in the first sample pan, and this is the tailings, we call it, of the Gold Magic 4000. Work this all the way down. Again, we'll try not to work where the current is. Let us do the work rather than the river do the work. Perfect, let's have a look at that now. A quick look and see, is there anything in here? If there is any gold, majority of it's going to sit in that bucket there. That's the right type of material anyway. Oh! Flashing me pan, or was that gold? Hold on. Oh yeah, there's a tiny piece there, look. What do you make it on this camera, but Right there. My finger is. That's not huge, but that's gold. Happy days. You always want to rinse it from this side. You don't want to rinse from that side because that's where the hole is. So I'm going to push this in. If your pan was tilted at an angle, you want to make sure these riffles are on the other side. So any gold that does wash out, washes into the riffles. Just a handy little tip when you're cleaning out the box. Love this spot. Really hoping for good gold here. And then I'll come back with the sluice. I have my pry bar at home. I'll lift that rock out of the way, park the sluice box there, bang, away she goes. So we are down to the last pan. Now, I don't sew, as I said hundreds of times before. So whatever's in here is what's in here. The East Wing has 6 riffles, so you can actually work it down a lot quicker. I tend to prefer the Garrett Super Sluice because I've had it for so long. This one I only got probably middle of last year. I think that's gold there. I'll wash that back in. Right, lead shot. See all that lead shot? That means we know we're down to the heavy stuff. So gold and lead generally sit in the same patch because they're so heavy. So let's see, is there any gold? And again, I've no idea. Saw a few micro dots of gold earlier on in a test pan. So let's see, is there any gold here? Oh, there's gold here. Oh, there's gold here. Oh, there's, wow. Not very much of it, but that's chunky gold. Got a bit on my glove there, I want to wash it off. Oh, there's gold here. Oh, there's gold. Oh, wow, look at that. Nice. This one keeps moving around a lot. I'm not sure what that is. Hey, that's a ball. That's a little ball of gold. Oh, that is nice. Now, if someone would like to remind me that the Gold Magic 4000 is rubbish and it doesn't work, yeah. Oh, wow. They're big pieces. Right. I think that answers the question. I think I'm coming back here tomorrow. 1 second, I'm just going to get the Samsung off the river there and I'll just bring her up. Just see if you can see it from there. I'll just get the Samsung for a second so you can see that properly. Because she's more designed for close-up shots. Wow, that is nice. Hopefully Samsung can pick it up. Yeah. It looks a little bit bigger on the camera than reality, but still. Oh, that is nice. A few other little pieces in here, look at that. Wow. I counted it out. I reckon I probably ran about, well, earlier on I counted it about 40 in 3 minutes. I was doing it for about an hour. So even if you said 100 draws, which is about 6 gallons or thereabouts, so probably the equivalent of, say, 2 of those 3-gallon buckets for this time that I was here. It's not a lot of volume. Right, so if there's that much gold in that small amount of material, happy days. We found some chunky gold. Really nice gold from a very small amount of material. So, hope you've enjoyed today's episode of sample panning with the Gold Magic 4000. If you enjoyed this, chances are you'll like the episodes I've posted previously and the ones I'll be posting in the future. Don't forget the subscribe button and I'll sure catch you next time. We can all go. Bye more shiny. Bye bye.